So the question is, what do you like about Project Gorgon the most? What is your favorite part about it? So let's start with Sparoh.
It's me. Sorry, I was just turning stuff down. It was really loud. My favorite part is the unpredictability. So you go out and just all the different skills. There's so much crazy stuff in here. You never know what's gonna pop up on you. What weird quest or faction thing somebody's gonna give you. And just
Sure.
the items you get, the quest names, everything's just so funny and unique.
I'm
It's
bringing
very-
goblins, by the way. I got goblin friends. That's a very good take, actually. It is very, oh, dang it.
Well, it's hard to be, different. It's hard to stand out in the crowd, and this game kind of stands out in the crowd.
Yeah.
Back up, ball. What about you, Tetsu? What do you like about the game most?
I was trying to think. I like the weapon system or the armor system where everything is just like, the ankle biter boots of boogers. I'm like, oh wow, that's very unique. Like so I thought that was pretty cool because I like you could never get like the same piece of gear twice. Well, you can, but I do like the naming convention of silly and goofy, but it matters.
I wonder for like later game, does that mean you're playing like the random, like you have to kill 5 billion mobs to get the exact like piece of gear you want? Because it's just random combinations, right?
It's kind of like Diablo, right?
Right. You want to kill the boss 15 times because you want the right combination of stats, and you have to luck your way into the combo.
Or you might get the right gear with the right things that you want on it, but it'll be like the lower end of the stats for it.
Right. Yep.
But yeah, that was my. I think it's a really cool naming convention they have. Not the armor and just everything else. Like someone pointed out earlier in chat, I think it was Casprim regarding the Hyrule being in the boss's name.
Yeah,
Stuff
that's
like
cool.
that.
Cool.
Stuff is cool.
Good point. Good point.
Just name. They're I guess all in all the naming convention that they use in this game, like or just naming in general.
Nice.
If we run down this hall and take the first right, and then right again, and go straight, we'll run into another chest.
Therek, what do you like about it most?
You know what? I like that people seem to enjoy the social aspect of it. Like just standing around in town earlier and people gathering around to listen to people play music and get that buff. Like having that buff affect people positively just from listening to somebody play music in town, I think is sort of a cool thing that you don't see too often. So it's sort of like gives you this spirit of community in the game, I think is maybe what I'm getting.
I like the fact that Nathan dies on every other pool.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want Nathan to
That's my favorite part is that I tried to be all lazy this week and now I'm paying the price for it.
You're like the Ronik of our group this time around.
Shots fired.
Wait a minute now. Ronik doesn't die every pool.
I'm starting to get worried because Nathan says he wants to play a paladin and Pantheon. So
listen, this isn't fair. I'm under leveled. I can't keep up. These things wipe the floor with me. I wouldn't do this in Pantheon. There's penalties to death.
Yeah, let's be honest. I'm tagging along as the out of group healer here, and I have 20 odd more health and about 30 more armor than Nathan does, and he's their tank. So
my health is lower than Therek's.
Yeah,
and Draq's. And spare everybody at the lowest health.
I got 190.
Yeah, wait, how do I have the most HP? I just realized that. I don't even know how.
You know what? I'm gonna take my answer back because I just drank another cask of wine and now my vision is all blurry. That's my favorite thing. That is by far my favorite thing.
I got a role play buff that I'm afraid of meat.
You're
Nathan, what's your favorite part about the game so far?
I really just like that it's got a lot of the old school conventions in it, you know? It's public dungeons. It's got really good. It's got a lot of lore. I haven't really read it, but I've seen that there's lots of it.
Yeah.
You live in the same world I do. You want the lore, you just don't want to read it.
Right. I think that it's got like a lot of the charm that old school MMOs used to be. Really, I'm gonna die again.
Cool. Cryptfox. What do you like?
I
can't. I love
Gotcha,
that.
buddy.
Thank you.
I love that at any given point in the game, you always have something to work on, right? Like you be in those moments where like, all right, I gotta log out. Oh, but I only have like this one last thing that I could do and I can log out. And then it's like, it keeps pulling you back in with like little things. I was talking to Feasty about it before, and he says that that's why he stopped playing it before, because he can never get to bed before like 1 a.m.
That's like a sign of a good game. That
Dude, it totally is.
Oh, I got a... it probably won't work for you. It's a bow, but it's got my skills on it.
Well, I like the fact that we could die at any moment. Like,
yeah,
the last
especially
two,
me.
the last two games that we played were Lost Ark and New World, and the only time I felt like we ever really died in New World was bosses, right? The regular content was just cheese.
Yeah.
And in Lost Ark, everything was cheese.
Yeah.
Granted, we didn't get that far, but so it's just like I like that. Just like leveling up, low level. We're not at end game. You could just die just because you did a bad pull, or you messed up, or whatever, right? Or you're.
Or and it puts like surprises around the corner that you don't see coming, right? And you're like, oh, this.
Yeah.
Where did this rhino come from?
Right.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. Totally. And I'm having to pay attention. Like there were some of those other MMOs that we play where I feel like I'm tired because I'm just like, oh, nothing's gonna happen. I'm just gonna press the button and roll my face on the keyboard and things go boom, right?
Yeah.
Whereas this, I'm paying attention. I'm engaged with it. Yeah.
So we're talking about that banana. Like I think we're all pretty like enjoying the game a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna go into more detail as far as things like that when we do the wrap up stream.
Yes.
If there's a wrap up stream, if we ever stop playing this.
Might be a while.
There's this right hallway right here. That's got the chest. Yeah.
Okay.
So as you can see, we are having a ton of fun with Project Gorgon. So you should go check it out. You can download it for free on Steam. There's a trial. And then if you want to purchase the game, it's like 30 to 40 bucks, depending on where the Steam price is and if you get a deal. And it's just a lot of fun. It's an indie development team for MMOs. I think that's important to support. And it's also very similar to Pantheon. It's developed in Unity, and also it just really has that indie team feel, even though it isn't quite as large and as well-funded as Pantheon is. Also, you should definitely check us out for the MMO 101. We stream Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are going to be doing Project Gorgon for the foreseeable future because we're having a good time. So I'll see you there. Draq Attack out.